Welcome back. This is Raze Chaos. Welcome back to my channel. So it's been a little while. As some of you may know, I tend to film a lot of my videos all at once. And even though videos have been coming out, those were filmed previously, and it's a good thing that I do that, because I took a turn, and if anybody was who doesn't know me personally would know that I actually spent about a week in the hospital, and as it turns out, I have a chronic illness, and that is something that I will talk about later. But if you follow me, if you interact with me just through YouTube or through my YouTube fan pages and don't actually know me personally, that is, if I seemed odd or off or was not, communicating with you in a way that I had previously, yeah, that basically because I had a monkey wrench thrown into the engine. So I wanted to kind of give a little update on that. Well, not really an update, just to kind of let you know in general. I don't know if it's really something I want to bring up in in general on YouTube. I'm still kind of trying to decide, and I'll take my time deciding that. Until that point, though, I will get back into the toy collecting that I have been doing since, due to aside from the surprise trip to the hospital, COVID, which is not, it wasn't COVID. But that has hampered me in what I wanted to do with this channel. So I will continue to do the Funko collecting, other toys that I plan on doing. But just know that yes, more stuff's coming. I love saying that. If you've watched my channel for a while, you see there's different kinds of stuff, and this may seem odd if you. Well, yes, it may seem like I am doing a reevaluation of the channel right here, right now, as I'm gabbing, and I kind of am, because, like I said, I filmed every video that you've seen up there. You could probably even tell from the background that. Yeah, that wasn't the same, and even the figures that I have up there, if you watch any kind of continuity, you're like, well, it's like, does he just kind of random pick and choose? No, I kind of film things and then decide later I'm not going to release them. Then I kind of have to make sure that sometimes the pops up here are not. Not pops that I haven't yet unboxed yet. So I kind of get ahead of myself sometimes. But aside from with that, doing, like, I've read stories on here. I've shown like a couple landmarks. I want to get more into that as well. COVID is what stops that right now, but that won't stop it for long. So stay tuned. Raze is here. Raze is back. And Raze has got a little bit of magic. Because Raze has Zatanna. This Funko Pop, I've had it for a little while, and I still, I feel like it's brand spanking new. It's like I could look at this thing all day long, in or out of the package. This has, I mean, it's not like you can't tell from what I have up here. It's like there's Batmite, there's Harley Quinn, there's Joker, there's Duella Dent. There's Harley Quinn up there. Look at the figures here. I'm a DC person. There's the Captain Crew, the Captain Carrot, like Zoo Crew. I am a big time DC fan, and I really, with my Funko collecting, what I love about that is that, you know, I do TV shows, movies. You know, one of the things I love about the Funkos, the Funko Pops, is that they come from all different ways. You know, I've got music, I've got literature. You know, you can pretty much find a pop for any aspect. But getting this pop really reminded me how much I love DC Comics. And I watch a couple of channels who they've done quite a few DC related content, and I absolutely love it. Even the stuff that they aren't particularly happy about, or not excited about. Some of the Funko Pops that they collect, where they are not as excited about them as they were hoping to be. I see those and I go nuts. So obviously there's going to be more DC Pops. And I'm looking forward to collecting them. I think I may make them a priority. So you might see more DC Pops. And I'm basically going to show the collection as it comes together. A lot of people are going to go for the pre-orders or the brand spanking new one. I want to get that stuff, but I'm going to fill in the old stuff too. And you know, you're not necessarily going to see the brand spanking new pop. I've had this for like over a month now, but I couldn't work it in sooner than this, even though I was pushing her. So yeah, that's kind of how things are going to go. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more DC, and yeah, more individual things. I really, you'll see soon, well, especially coming up, I kind of got away from doing the big shipments of, I was doing that for a little while, where you open it up and there's just figure after figure, and it's like not really, well, I've said this before. I've said this before about that, but let's get back to Zatanna. This is one of my all-time favorite characters. She's barely defined in any way. Her thing is whatever she says backwards. She's a magician. She uses magic. If she says it backwards, it happens. There are times where she was an elemental. There really isn't a set definition of her powers. If she can say it backwards, then it works. Then it happens, and that's as difficult as her spells go. She just says anything backwards. In the Books of Magic by Neil Gaiman, she mentions that she doesn't even have to do that. She does that as more of a focus exercise, as far as concentrating on what she's trying to do, because just being able to toss magic craziness all over the place is just a little too haphazard. And I like that aspect. A lot of times you see the characters, they interact, and you know the first thing they do is they punch Zatanna in the throat so she can't speak. I'm sort of thinking that would be the most ridiculous thing. I mean, if really if she actually had to vocalize it, like I think that would be the tiniest little detail or the most useless part of actually performing something like magic. But yes, I am happy to have Zatanna. I am happy to have her essentially usher in officially attempting to get as many different DC characters as I can, both new or old. And yes, I'll do the movie stuff, but I really want to concentrate more on the comic book based versions, as opposed to, you know, some of the DC. Obviously I love this Joker, but that's the best Joker. I can't get over how good that Joker is. But yeah, I really want to focus more on the comic book versions of these characters than movie versions. I'll still get both, but I really want to concentrate on doing that. So I hope you enjoyed this rambling madness of a video. I'm glad to be back, even though it doesn't appear like I went anywhere. I look forward to getting back into it. This was really kind of my first attempt to make a video since going to the hospital and getting out. Obviously, over the course of the next couple days, I will get into doing it regularly, get back into that groove, and I really hope that I have you along with me. So thanks for watching, and we're definitely taking a closer look at this one.